Your new mission is to kill the Justice League.
Hello fellow Marvelous gamers, and welcome to another intriguing video on our channel. Today we will look at one of next year's most heavily anticipated releases, Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. Fans have been waiting for the chance to witness their favorite bad guys fight their favorite superheroes since Rocksteady Studios announced the game in August 2020. The titular Task Force X will be featured in the game as they strive to take down the supervillain Brainiac, who infiltrates Earth and brainwashes the Justice League. The game is scheduled to release in 2023, so in this video we will jot down whatever we already know and what we can expect from the game. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin.
Oh yeah!
Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League was announced by Rocksteady Studios during the 2020 DC fandom event, and there was an evident enthusiasm in the air. It has been 7 years since we last played a new Rocksteady game in 2015, with Batman: Arkham Knight. In the context of video games, that is an eon. We're pleased to see the company try something new, even though Suicide Squad is a 4-player co-op shooter, a departure from its previous single-player action titles. The trailers have already given fans a glimpse of the gameplay and the identities of several characters appearing in the long-awaited game. Fans were enthralled by the prospect of playing as Captain Boomerang, King Shark, Deadshot, or Harley Quinn. They were even more enthusiastic when they learned they'd be fighting characters like Green Lantern and The Flash. Oh, and not to forget Superman, who seems like one of the main bosses of the game. While you can play the game alone, you will also be able to join up to 3 other players through online co-op. On August 22nd, 2020, Rocksteady released the first trailer for Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League as part of the DC fandom. It begins with a glimpse of what appears to be supervillain Brainiac's hideout, before revealing the game's setting as Metropolis. Panning down, we see Harley Quinn, followed by her Task Force X colleagues, Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, and King Shark. Suicide Squad ringleader Amanda Waller communicates with Quinn over comms, instructing them to get to the Metropolis Grand Hotel because an alpha target has emerged. It has to be engaged. Following a montage in which the gang battles hordes of Brainiac's army to Outcast's B.O.B., they reassemble on a roof. Quinn then attempts to recall who they should be looking for before being abruptly interrupted by a helicopter explosion. As the dust clears, it looks like Superman has spared the chopper pilot, only to annihilate him minutes later via heat vision while apparently under Brainiac's control. The team quickly realizes that Superman is their alpha target. The trailer closes with a boomerang hitting Superman's skull and Captain Boomerang saying, "You shouldn't have done that, Shark. You can say that again." The first Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League gameplay teaser was shown at the Game Awards 2021. We watch Harley Quinn, King Shark, Captain Boomerang, and Deadshot in action, each with her or his distinct set of skills and movesets. The squad has been tasked with bringing down the Flash and Brainiac, which would not be easy.
I gave you orders. Kill the Flash, or I'll kill you myself.
Another new teaser for Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League released at the DC fandom in October 2020. It provides fans even more information about what they may expect, from Amanda Waller hiring the Suicide Squad to many shootings and combats in Metropolis. There are several nods to past Batman: Arkham Knight games, and characters you would have not expected to see, such as Poison Ivy and her tendrils midway through, and Oswald the Penguin Cobblepot from the Arkham games with his shattered glass bottle monocle. There are currently few details available about Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League's campaign, but we do know that it is a continuation of the Batman Arkhamverse and an original story set in the DC world, the universe created by Rocksteady in its Batman: Arkham Knight series of games. After the events of Arkham Knight, Amanda Waller assembles a task force of Arkham convicts known as the Suicide Squad to carry out a clandestine operation in Metropolis. Waller implants deadly explosives in their skulls to entice the inmates to join. The usual stunt, right? The Suicide Squad must find and kill every Justice League member who has been brainwashed to rescue Earth. Oh, and they also need to defeat Brainiac. The open environment in Rocksteady's Suicide Squad will be Metropolis. The Metropolis, which is well known for being the birthplace of Superman, draws influence from cities like Toronto and New York, and is also close to Gotham. The developers called Metropolis the 5th character of the game, and said they hope it will be a love letter to DC fans. Most Justice League members, including Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Batman, are expected to feature in Kill the Justice League. The latter, given how Batman Arkham Knight ended, will provide an intriguing paradox. Although it hasn't been verified, there have been whispers that the Dark Knight may team up with the Suicide Squad to stop the mind-controlled Justice League. Oh, how we would love that. Talking about the style, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League's gameplay has only been shown in brief clips, but we already know some important facts. We anticipate that the open-world metropolis included in the game will resemble a scaled-up version of Rocksteady's Arkham City. With an open-world design, there should be a lot to discover, and we're hoping there will be many Easter eggs like there were in Arkham City. We also know that you will be able to play the game either alone or with others. AI will control the uncontrolled members of the team to play with you if you choose to play solo, allowing you to swap between them as you wish. Up to 4 people can play simultaneously, so if you want friends to accompany you, they can step into the roles of the team members you don't want. Rocksteady claims that the gameplay will be smooth, and that the co-op will be drop in and drop out, allowing you to play with buddies 1 minute and by yourself the next, without negatively affecting your performance. The gameplay teaser unveiled at the Game Awards 2021 gave us a glimpse of each anti-hero's distinctive playstyle, even though the specific skills and actions haven't been revealed. The 4 playable characters each has its own unique moveset and improved traversal skills. According to what we saw, Deadshot provides firepower to the group, capable of both sniping and aerial assaults. Captain Boomerang is incredibly quick on his feet, and Harley has a grappling hook in her toolbox, is quite nimble, and is capable of devastating melee assaults. King Shark is all about domineering strength, yet when necessary, he can pull out a large gun.
So, figure out who we're killing yet? Oh.
Characters who are confirmed for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Let us look at the 10 characters who were confirmed to take the stage in this exciting game.
We lost the target! Repeat! Task Force X has lost the target!
Damn it! Argus 3 is taking heavy fire. Get to Park Ridge ASAP.
Don't
10.
worry, boss.
Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn rose to prominence very recently, thanks to Margot Robbie. Harley is one of DC's most valuable assets, whether she's in the comic books, the lead of her own animated series, or giving the DC Extended Universe some much-needed life. Harley is the most exemplary character in the DC Extended Universe, as seen by the critically praised James Gunn-directed The Suicide Squad. Harley seemed to be really committed to the task this time, in contrast to prior instances where she played the role of the unpredictable wildcard. Gizmo does describe her as a nutjob, so players should expect to see some of her well-known outrageous actions. 9. Deadshot. Unlike Boomerang or Harley, Deadshot, the group's straight guy, gets fewer lines in the trailer. Given that he is the most serious of the 4, he may assume the leader position. This Deadshot is a black guy who murdered the previous Deadshot before robbing him of his belongings and taking the role of the new Deadshot. It will be exciting to use his firepower. 8. Boomerang. Sometimes Captain Boomerang doesn't receive the respect he merits. Despite his lengthy history as a Flash rogue, he is still commonly used as the punchline in inside jokes, and is still viewed by many as a secondary antagonist. This game may be the character's turning point. He still serves as the punchline, but according to the trailers, after years of serving as the background character, he finally takes center stage. Despite having Owen Mercer's extraordinary speed, the Boomerang in the game will be the Digger Harkness version of the character.
Nothing can stop me!
7. King Shark. Fans of comic books are aware that King Shark first appeared as a foe for Superboy before moving on to the greater DC universe. Compared to earlier live-action iterations like the adorable and comical Gentle Giant from the Suicide Squad, he can speak fluently and comes across as considerably more intellectual and capable in this game from what we have made out from the trailers. 6. Brainiac. One of the most powerful villains in the DC universe, Brainiac is possibly Superman's strongest and most cunning adversary. The persona invades Earth and seizes power in Metropolis. He also appears to brainwash the Justice League, turning them into villains, which explains why Waller wants Task Force X to execute the heroes.
You're good at what you do, even if what you do is far from good. Welcome to Task Force X.
5. Amanda Waller. Amanda Waller is one of the most deadly individuals in the DC universe. Despite not possessing any superpowers or special skills, Waller, aka The Wall, is a notoriously conflicted individual who is cold, crafty, merciless, and utterly indifferent to human life. Waller will oversee Task Force X's goal in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, as she has in most of her previous incarnations. Waller has already made an appearance in earlier Arkham games, but CCH Pounder won't voice her for the first time in Kill the Justice League. Deborah Wilson will instead provide the character's voice and motion capture portrayal. 4. Green Lantern. Some of the most intriguing talents in any comic book narrative belong to the Green Lantern Corps. They stand apart from the rest of the supers in the DC universe, thanks to their ability to build various types of constructions and weaponry with their power rings. John Stewart's identity as the game's Green Lantern appeared to be established in the second Kill the Justice League teaser. Near the conclusion, he briefly enters the scene and descends a flight of steps made possible by his ring. Watching how Task Force X deals with his abilities will be interesting, because like Superman and the Flash, he appears to be under Brainiac's control.
Did you get him? Really? Why don't you just mail me the bullet?
3. Flash. Over time, various characters have taken on the role of the Flash. However, since his introduction during the Silver Age of comic books, Barry Allen has remained the most well-known version. Fans are aware that Flash will appear in Kill the Justice League. Still, they're unsure which Flash will face Task Force X. Although his attire matches that of Barry, Ezra Miller from the DC Extended Universe, Rocksteady has yet to clarify that Barry is the Flash in their games. 2. Wonder Woman. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will be graced by the Princess of Themyscira herself. Wonder Woman appears to be the only Justice League member in the game who was free from Brainiac's captivity. The teasers even depict her battling Superman at one point. This fight may occur after Task Force X manages to free her from Brainiac's influence, or it may result from a weakness in Brainiac's strategy. However, the notion that she is powerful enough to stave off the villain's influence would not be ludicrous.
No.
1. Superman. One of the key enemies in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will be none other than the Man of Steel himself. The ultimate superhero, and one of DC's most powerful characters, will face up against Task Force X after appearing to be in Brainiac's control. Fans may not be accustomed to seeing the last son of Krypton play for the opposition, but it's also not exactly shocking. The Man of Steel's recent renegade act in Kill the Justice League is not his first. Superman has often changed for the worse, whether because he accidentally murdered Lois Lane or his pod landed in the Soviet Union.
What did you think would happen? You'd crawl out of your cells, swoop in, save them?
Marvelous verdict. We haven't heard much about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League in 2022, except from a delay announcement, but if there is any chance of an update, it's most likely to happen soon enough, as the Summer Game Fest 2022 is about to conclude in this month. Now, if you ask us what we want from this game, we will say first and foremost, a new Rocksteady game. The developer has repeatedly shown their talent by making some of the finest and best licensed games ever. The Batman Arkham trilogy is an impossible demonstration of technological skill, game design, and an entertaining storyline. Suicide Squad must live up to the lofty standards the studio has established for itself with its previous titles, in our opinion. We hope Suicide Squad honors the foundation it set for its Batman games, and starts up where Arkham Knight left off, by acknowledging that it does take place within Rocksteady's established Arkham universe. Another thing we bet fans want to see is the character Pacemaker. I mean, come on, he was easily the best thing about DC, at least this year, and fans will be excited to play as him in this new game. As the game's release date is quite far away, we believe we will see many more characters from the Suicide Squad and the DC Cinematic Universe revealed in the following months. Yes, we are also talking about Aquaman. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.
It's Superman! The mighty Superman has just rescued that pilot!
What a show-off. Beat it, Spandex! We're on a top-secret assassination mission here!
No.